And then the final stage is managing the estate. This is when you have passed away and the estate is opened up, and whoever you've designated, whether it be a spouse or a friend or a relative, that's when they start actively managing your estate to keep the money for the books coming in, to keep your accounts active, any other issues that may come up, as well as refreshing your titles from time to time. Maybe you've got a book that's really old. It needs a new cover, needs a new rebrand. Or maybe there's a Netflix special that hits 10 years after your death. And the genre that you wrote in today isn't very popular, but after your death, it skyrockets. Your estate can help with that and help with the rebranding and keeping your titles relevant so that you're constantly getting introduced to new generations of readers. So those are the three phases.
Okay. I already have a question, which is about that last part. So some of these things that you're recommending and we're going to be talking about are sort of mechanical. You make your passwords available to somebody, and I'll have questions about that too. But then when you start talking about maybe a cover needs rebranding, now we're talking about a whole different level of understanding of the business, as opposed to someone sitting back and feeling confident that the royalties are going to where they want them to be. Do you have advice in terms of how you prepare your heirs for the business side of taking on this work?
Yes. And I probably should mention the name of this book because we were talking about it. It's called the Author Estate Handbook, and it's how to organize your affairs and leave a legacy. Now, to your question of how do you start preparing this information for your heirs, I actually have another book that's coming out in the next couple of weeks. It's called the Author Heir Handbook. And the book is written in plain English for someone who is inheriting an author estate. The key thing to remember is that you are inheriting a small business if you're an heir. So the author, whether they thought about what they were doing as a business or not, you're inheriting a business. And a business has income, a business has expenses, and these are things that you have to figure out how to operate